Hello, I'm Anthony Moss. I'm a physical therapist and running specialist here at Synergy PT in Jacksonville. So today I'm going to talk to you about my 3 favorite exercises for treatment of IT band syndrome, or outside of the knee pain in runners. It's the second most common injury in runners, and we'll cover 3 great exercises today to help self-manage those at home. So the first is called lateral shuffles. This is great to do with a TheraBand. Again, it can be around right above both ankles if you want to make it a little bit easier. It's tough to start out with. Put the band right around both knees. But similarly, you're here, you're squatted back a little bit, and you're sidestepping, toes facing straight forward. And you don't want to lean a lot as you're sidestepping. And you want to make sure that your feet never come closer than shoulder width apart. And there's always tension in the band. I like to start with 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 steps. Great to do them with a band. You can also do them without, and then just progressing from there. So the next exercise for IT band syndrome is fire hydrants, and this is possibly one of my favorite exercises for runners, especially because it works both sets of glutes on the outsides and on the backs of your hips, which are usually a pretty common strength deficit in runners. So the way to do it, similar to the donkey kicks, you're in an all-fours position, you got a tight, stable core, and then you raise one knee to the side like that, and alternate on the other side. Just like with donkey kicks, you don't want your entire pelvis to tilt, and if I were to put a stick across your back, it should stay level the entirety of the exercise. So again here, starting 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. You want to make it harder, put a TheraBand right above both knees as you do it. And that's a great place to start for this one, and gradually you can add a pause at the top of it or progress the sets of reps with it as well. So also for the IT band, I'm going to show you a few of the ways that I like to foam roll it. Word of caution, depending on what kind of foam roller that you have, it's a pretty tender and sensitive area in a lot of people's. So here's a purple foam roller, which are generally a little bit more compressible and forgiving. But so doing this, you're going to be, we'll say I have a problem on my right side. Right hip is on the foam roll to start. Left knee is bent up and on the ground like that. And you're just kind of sliding back and forth. The whole way the IT band runs from the outside of the hip all the way to the outside of the knee. And as I discussed in the seminar, you want to focus 10 to 15 seconds on any one tender area, and no longer than a minute or 2 on a muscle group or the IT band with it. To make it tougher, or if you have a really easy foam roller, you can do it with both legs up off the ground, just like that. But I like to do this primarily after runs, especially if you know that you have tight IT band or a history of IT band pain.